about the shout out of love, that leads perfectly into our next topic, Pedro Pascal. That guy, who doesn't love him? Well, we have just learned that he will be starring or is in at least negotiations to star in the sequel to Gladiator. So according to Deadline, sources say Pascal is in the final negotiations to join the untitled sequel for Paramount. He's going to be joining the folks like Paul Mescal, who is starring as Lucius, Barry Keoghan. He was in the Banshees of Inisherin, a great actor. Also, Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things is starring in the Ridley Scott sequel, who Ridley Scott is returning to direct as well. I'm a big fan of Gladiator, of Russell Crowe. That's one of those classic movies that you can watch over and over again. And so I'm glad that they are making the sequel, and I'm glad that Pedro Pascal is appearing to be on board.
Pedrito lindo, he's so cute. I mean, just like knowing more about Pedro Pascal and like who he is as a person makes it a little bit harder for me to picture him as a gladiator. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
He's the perfect man for the job, though.
Yeah. He played a character in Game of Thrones,
well,
and it was kind of same era vibe feel. So I think he could fall right back into that. I could totally see him in the Gladiator-verse.
Yeah, so if you think back to his roles in Game of Thrones, and not only, physicality of that role, but like just the smoldering smexiness of it. He can pull anything off, but just kind of like knowing who he is through like all of these viral interviews and things like that. He's just a little marshmallow. He's just so cute and adorable, and sweet. And I don't know if you heard about his outfit at the Met Gala.
Oh, yeah, recently. I did see that. He was looking good.
Yeah, he was looking great, but there was like a message behind it. Because the theme of this year's Met Gala was Karl Lagerfeld, who's this great designer for Chanel, but who notoriously is misogynistic, homophobic, fatphobic. He's said lot of kind of terrible things. So
that's interesting. So, why honor him? But yeah, go on.
So Pedro showed up head to toe in Valentino, which is a competitor to Lagerfeld, and he even had little V logos manicured into his middle fingers.
Nice.
And he was flipping the bird to fashion, to the industry, and to some of those not so great things that that the old guard stands for, I suppose, in fashion. So this man is just amazing. And he stands for things in such a subtle but powerful and beautiful way. And we love him in everything that he does. So Gladiator, absolutely. He must be, they're going to get him back in the gym and whatnot. I'm interested to see what the story is. Gladiator is one of those movies that's as close to perfect as humanly possible. Yes. So it's got to be a really good script written by really great writers who deserve to get paid. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.